Hey there, Merry Christmas Eve. I thought that I would try to squeeze in a quick episode before my date comes tonight. We are making dinner, or actually, I'm making dinner for him. He's going to bring some wine. I am starting to saute some leeks. Apparently, so relaxing to people to walk in and smell sauteed onions. Delicious. Yeah, so I guess my biggest anxiety right now about this man is that he is much younger than me, and I don't think that he's aware. Probably, I would say 10 years, maybe more. So I don't want to hide that, but I don't really know how to address it. So that's something to I'm thinking about. But I try to remind myself that this is the part of dating where we get to know each other. So that's just something that you get to know here. And see if you can come over with me and put these leaks in. Yeah, so everything is going really well so far. And I thought I would also maybe address that when I first started dating in my early 30s, it was really scary for me. And a lot of people told me just be yourself. And that's the worst possible advice you can give someone. Like, how can you say just be yourself? I had so many concerns about whether or not he liked me and how I was acting, how I was perceived, because I was really looking for a partner to validate me. But that's always going to be true to some extent. So I was going to say some advice for those of you who are starting dating. If you are concerned about being yourself on a date or nervous, I would give you two tips. One is practice. So the best thing I think you can do when you start dating is just go on a lot of dates and maybe even consider going out with some guys that you're not really that interested in and just practice being yourself as you would with a friend, going out for a coffee. And then you'll get used to the fact that some people are interested in you and you're not interested in them, or you're interested in someone and they're not interested in you. And you'll just see this cycle that starts to repeat. And it's never, I usually found that for me, it's about on online dating, 1 out of 10 were both interested in each other and keep going. And so practice can really help you get to that state of indifference. And then once you get good at it, you can act like a friend, but then kind of throw in a little saucy comment like, ooh, you're hot. I don't know. Something that makes it feel less like you're doing a business interview. But the first thing is just to get out there and practice. Actually, when I'm fundraising for my startup, my mentors always tell me the same thing is start by fundraising to a couple firms that you just don't even care about them giving you money, just to get practicing and seeing how people just respond to you in totally different ways and you have almost no control over it. And the other thing is just to stay grounded in what's literally happening. So if you're starting to feel nervous, you can say, I don't date a lot and I feel a little nervous. And that really is a nice connector for the two of you to just be very upfront about what's happening. And if you're less invested in the person you're dating, it's easier to say that kind of stuff. And if they do respond well, then that's beautiful. So even with friendship, I felt like early in my trying to make friends days, I didn't have a lot of friends and I felt like I always had to be perfect. And then one day I was having a really bad day and someone asked me, how are you doing? And I said, I'm having a horrible day. And she gave me a big hug. And that was my best friend for 10 years. And it was just about me opening up about being human, because I think people are actually more attracted to people with flaws than the perfect person. How do you connect? Through your humanity. So the third thing I'll say is I had a dating coach who gave me some advice that really helped me a lot, which was that instead of being just be yourself, she said, just be your sweet self. And I don't know, I liked that turn of it because I realized I don't have to flirt on a date. I don't have to try to seduce someone. I can just be my sweet self, who the person my aunt knows, my mom knows, my friend knows, and that's completely enough. So that was a phrase that helped me. And yeah, I guess just one more thing in terms of being grounded in what's literally happening. There's a great exercise, I think, from, oh gosh, it's escaping me now. It's just cognitive behavioral therapy, I think. Yeah, where they say, think about 5 things you see, 4 things you hear, 3 things you smell, 2 things you taste, 1 thing you touch. So if you start to get nervous or you're having trouble listening or anything, just start noticing things that are very concrete around you. And that's a really helpful strategy for getting over your fear of dating. But I would say the number one thing is really get yourself out there, go on the apps. I would just say write to 10 guys and say, hey, do you want to go out for a coffee today? And then just start going out on those dates. All right, I will let you know how my date goes today. And I'm just taking it as, I have some things I'm worried about, like him being younger than me, by being at different stages in our career. I have some concerns about his physical health. I mean, just I eat really healthy. I don't think he eats as healthy as I do. It doesn't get as much exercise as I do. But I said, okay, this is a period of exploring and also having fun. This is a really kind, sweet person. So let's enjoy the present moment and explore. And I'm also really challenging myself this time not to just stick to one person, but to try to keep dating people at the same time. It's really challenging for me to date more than one person at the same time, but it's something I haven't done before and I am going to try to do now. And we'll see. I'll tell you how I feel about that ultimately. All right. Wish me luck. I'll let you know how it goes.